Broadcasting live from the shadowy back street on the plain of Ravnica. This is Tap Tap Concede. Welcome, everybody, to Tap Tap Concede. My name is Graham. Joining me is Kathleen.
Hello.
And Cameron.
Huh?
And today, we're just opening more packs. We had fun last week. And
It
we're just doing that again.
Best part of Magic the Gathering, honestly.
Yeah.
Well,
Nothing catastrophic has happened that requires comment in the world of Magic yet.
Yeah, I mean...
I look forward to that happening between now and Monday.
We record this on Friday. Why are they announcing things Friday evening? Didn't a lot of these guys come out of tech?
Yeah.
Like, who's pushing to prod over the weekend? Come on.
We have top of the show housekeeping that I'll get to in a second. I will say that I've seen a screenshot of a tweet, so I don't even know the veracity of it. That's like going, "Oh, Elon Musk thinks he might want to buy WotC to get D&D," and a bunch of people are like, "Yeah, that just can't happen because
he's already
so over leveraged on Twitter."
he 200 I don't know how many $1 billion or something like that.
So we're not gonna entertain that as a potential outcome.
And let's be honest, if he was like, "I want Dungeons and Dragons," do you think Hasbro wouldn't be like, "Oh yeah, absolutely, here, $300 million, please," and then be like,
Yeah.
Right?
And then it could make him as miserable as it makes us.
"Yeah,
I mean, I think the only
we could
reason...
learn to play Pathfinder."
Yeah. I think the only reason Elon Musk is still around is because MBS is currently bone-sawing all the people who are ripping him off in Neom.
Jesus Christ.
She's like, I don't have time to get to this right now. I'm busy bone-sawing Belgian architects and engineering firms. Is this going out? Is this actually... This is getting edited out, right?
I don't even know what's going on.
This show is brought to you by Card Kingdom, who I'm sure thrilled. Go to cardkingdom.com/LRR to buy Magic cards. That's a nice thing to do. Tell them that we sent you, and they'll give you a little button that says a funny thing. I don't know what button we're on right now. It doesn't matter. It'll be good.
We're just going to keep moving on.
You'll enjoy it. Also, this show is brought to you by you, hopefully. Your kind support of our Patreon at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun, or by subscribing, to our Twitch, I suppose, if you watch the Twitch live, but also by becoming a member of this channel. And it helps us out a lot. It lets us do all of this. And we really appreciate it.
You got one more. One more sponsor.
Dragon Shield. Thank you, James.
Thank you, Dragon Shield.
Thank you, Dragon Shield.
I was really good at doing it for a little while, and then we did Desert Bus, and the Dragon Shield part of my brain died, I guess. We do appreciate Dragon Shield. Use the code LRRMTG5 to get yourself a 5% discount off anything you buy on their store. Or if you want to buy our designs on their sleeves, you can do that at our store, which is store.loadingreadyrun.com, and they're real nice. And we use the Sleeve Crafter, but it's cheaper than if you did it with Sleeve Crafter. Also, they're still very, very good sleeves. And they're funny. We think so.
They keep your G Fuel off your cards.
Yeah. Keep them
You've got a
free
big
of Cheeto
Dave
dust.
yelling at children ahead of you.
We just did. If you're not familiar with what jokes we're making, go watch our, at time of airing, most recent crap shot.
Yeah.
On the main LRR channel. All right. I got 3 packs. I'm going to start.
I've got 3. No, I don't.
I've got 3 packs of Magic cards.
I've got a brand new pack of Magic cards. There we go.
There we go, yeah.
Cadence works. It's not brand new, though. I'm going to go with the most recent. We're going to work backwards. It's Dominaria.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love this set.
This one
This one was a crowd pleaser.
It was great. This pack was given to us, but there's no indication of from whomst or by where.
Oh,
so
that's so bad. Normally we're better at this.
Well, that's why we're very pedantic about getting people to write their names down on them. So thank you, whoever gave us this pack of Dominaria, which was from 2018. Really? 2018?
Yeah,
Good
time
heavens.
just keeps happening. It's so rude.
Time should stop. Wait,
Well,
no.
hey,
Hold on.
here's the thing.
Wait, I retract that.
For all of us, it will.
Cold Water Snapper. Boy, we're in a mood this week.
Teferi was in this set.
That's
so-
true.
yeah.
Cold Water Snapper is 5 and a blue for a 4/5 turtle with hexproof. Which I recall in draft this actually being like pretty good.
Annoying.
Just
yeah.
because
Yeah,
it was
super.
big and hard to get rid of.
Yeah.
Because this set had a lot of there was a lot of legendaries in this set. This had historic
Yep.
as well, and sometimes just
Big,
You had
Big
like
Chungus
you
was
could
good.
get like
Yeah.
little things and you could bring them back because it had that black green thing that was awesome. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Are you thinking of Urborg Uprising or whatever?
Yeah.
That was from Dominaria United. This set had Soul Salvage, which is still
Oh, that is what I'm thinking
yeah.
of.
I loved a good Soul Salvage.
Maybe it's in this pack.
I hope so. Bloodstone Goblin is 1 and a red.
I love getting my bloodstone gobbled.
It's a 2/2 Goblin Warrior. Whenever you cast a spell, if that spell was kicked, Bloodstone Goblin gets +1/+1 and Menace until end of turn. That's how they templated. It can't be just a spell with kicker because you might not pay the kicker, but it's when you cast a spell if it was kicked. The stone whispers tales of darkness and fire. She replies, "Tell me more."
I have a question about that. This is banger flavor text. I don't
Yeah.
know who did this flavor text, but A+.
Very good.
Should the tell in the T be capitalized? Am I learning something about how to put?
Yes, because it's the beginning of the sentence.
I guess her sentence.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's how you.
God.
That's how you write it.
Oh, I'm so bad.
Oh no.
That's okay.
Gonna be doing a search in Scrivener for open quotes.
Yeah, probably. I mean, God, I just need to hire somebody who
Hire an
can
editor.
do this.
There's people for that.
Yeah.
Excavation Elephant, speaking of spells with kicker, 4 and a white for a 3/5 elephant. And the kicker is 1 and a white. And when it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, return target artifact from your graveyard to your hand.
I remember this not doing anything ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is weird in a set that had a bunch of artifacts.
Yeah.
It was like, sure, I guess I can
It
get
was just like you got a 3/5
for 5 is 7 mana to get a 3/5
an
and a-
artifact from your hand to your hand, so then you have to recast it. It was just too slow,
Mm-hmm.
and the 3/5 didn't reward you very well,
No,
as opposed to the Cold Water Snapper.
which is a 4/5 with hex proof.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I didn't see this card get played very much.
No.
We're going to divest ourselves of this. The next card is divest. I was trying to make a segue. It's a single black mana for a sorcery. Target. Wow, you were quick with that, James. Target player reveals their hand. You choose an artifact, or creature from the hand. Oh God, choose an artifact or creature, and they discard that card. Flitter sprites collect unusually valuable things: coins of fallen empires, baby teeth, and memories of treasured names. Wow. Why don't we know more about flitter sprites?
Presumably because they remove the memories of themselves from your experience.
Oh.
I
This is
love
the
them.
only record of a flitter sprite.
Hey, what's a flitter sprite? I'm just reading this flavor text now.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do like coins of fallen empires. That's a
Yeah,
Had the nice internal magic reference.
yeah, my favorite set ever.
Was it you that ended up with too much fallen empires? No.
Well, everyone who was playing Magic at that time wound up with too much Fallen Empires because what had happened was that the print runs for all the other sets had sold out extremely fast. So they're like, we're going to print 10 trillion boxes of Fallen Empires.
Right.
And it was just like piling up in stores. You could get it for like 75 cents a pack as like every 12-year-old spent their allowance on Fallen Empires.
I remember Jeremy Petter talking about ending up with too much fallen empires as well.
Yeah, and it was great because it was just like this awful set with like 3 good cards, one of which was Hymn to Torak. So like the lunch tables in your junior high were just like sending waves of destruction out into the universe as like 12-year-olds Hymn to Torak each other 14 times, and like if you got a spell through it, it was just like a 1/2.
Amazing. Magic has improved slightly over the years.
I don't think we ran divest when we played this format, though.
No, I don't think so either. Occasionally, you might see somebody run a Llanowar Scout. It's 1 and a green for a 1/3 elf scout, and you can tap to put a land from your hand onto the battlefield.
I recall this seems like it should be a way more powerful ability.
Yeah, this was okay. Like you could definitely, because you needed to have the land in your hand,
Yeah.
right? So like generally, if you play this on turn 2 and you have an extra land in your hand, then by the time that you can tap this, you're sort of ramping from 3 to 4.
But with this body, I think you kind of want to do that on your opponent's end step.
Yeah.
Right?
You want to threaten to block with it, and then you ramp it up. So then you untap on turn 4 into potentially 5 mana if you also hit your land drop on turn 4. And that could be cool, but it's not game breaking.
No,
So
I
good
feel
job.
like this card being good is dependent on how much you want a 1/3 for 2.
Yes.
Which is honestly, some of the time, quite a bit. Mm-hmm. How many X1s are in the format? There's a lot of X1s in Foundations.
Yeah.
So, okay. Could you, James, I'm going to ask you to bring up a card that's not in Dominaria. In fact, it was recently reprinted in Foundations. Can we take a look at Burst Lightning? Because if I remember correctly, Burst Lightning is a single red mana for 2 damage. Yes, it's an instant. And it's got Kicker for 4, and if it was kicked, it deals 4 damage instead, and it's to any target.
Great
Right.
card.
Good.
Great card.
Okay.
Great card. Yeah. Sheevan Fire is exactly the same.
But Sheevan Fire's a bad card.
It's not. I mean, you would take it. You would
Yes.
take it in
Oh, yeah,
draft. But
yeah.
I was like, is this just Burst Lightning? And it is. I wonder why.
I guess the flavor of Burst Lightning was too closely tied to Zendikar.
I guess. Huh. Or they just wanted to.
Or was Burst Lightning in Zendikar?
It was. Yeah.
Okay.
I remember that. Yeah.
And this is, because, I mean, obviously, Burst Lightning could be anywhere. It's not, it's not like Zendikar or Lightning or Mesa Flare or something like that. But I guess, like, Sheevan Fire is like the Sheevan Dragons. I guess they just wanted a more flavorful Dominaria name for
Yeah.
a return to Dominaria.
No, fair enough. Maybe they had the art and they were like, ooh, you know what we could do? It's easy to change the name. So anyway, yeah, this card's good. It was good. It's good now in Foundations. It was good then in Dominaria. Cool stuff. Here's a kind of card I enjoy. Call the Cavalry. 3 and a white for a sorcery, and you make 2/2 white knight tokens with vigilance.
I remember this being good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was, around the time that this set was out, there was this one, which is just a sorcery for the 2 tokens. And then there was similarly the same cost, so like 4 mana in white for a 2/2 creature with vigilance that itself came with another 2/2 token kind of thing. Like this sort of cost, the like 4 mana for 2 2/2s with vigilance showed up in like 2 or 3 sets, maybe even 4 sets around this time, around these years.
Yeah. This seems to be like the comfortable space for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, good card. Good world building on that flavor text. A+.
Oh, what is it?
Banalish citizens born under the same constellations share a star clan. Their loyalty to one another interlaces the 7 houses.
Ooh.
Yet I feel no kinship with fellow Geminis. In fact, I find them annoying.
Oh.
No,
You
wait.
two are
I'm
both
sorry.
Geminis.
I didn't
Okay,
mean
but
it.
here's
I
the
didn't
thing.
mean it.
Can you think of 2 people who are less alike than the both of you? Like, obviously, like, you're not so
I can think of some
different.
people that are less alike, yes.
But the point being,
I think Cameron and I actually have a lot of commonality.
you have a lot of commonality, but you clearly do not have the same personality.
No, that's
Yes.
true. Yeah.
Right? Like, obviously, you get along and you share common interests, but yet you are both Geminis, and I would describe neither of you as two-faced. And if you're talking about astrology, people are like, oh, those Gemini boys, and it's like some of the
Okay.
most incredibly like stalwart people I know are Gemini men. Like, what the
My
astrology? Sorry.
my partner is like vaguely into astrology, like not super into it, but she kind of like, she's not even that into it, but she's like, I'm a Taurus. And I was like, okay, well, let's look this up. And I looked up Taurus woman and Gemini man, and it was all like these kind of wooey women with YouTube videos that were 20 minutes long being like, oh, Taurus woman, she's just so steady and hardworking, diligent, down to earth, grounded. Gemini man, girl. And I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, no. Apparently, Gemini men have a reputation
Oh,
For what?
Two-faced, being disloyal, being two-faced because of the
Yeah.
constellation,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The twins.
That's
What about
so
you just
funny.
work twice as
Like,
hard?
That's so funny. It's like, oh, born in June.
Yep.
Can't trust that. It's like, what? What?
I mean, I will point out that I'm a Virgo, which we are known for apparently being quite fastidious and uptight, type A, which I think is like kind of okay. Kind of works, kind of not. People don't really, I don't know if people look at me and go, yeah, you're the uptight type.
No.
You have to get to know me.
I'm gonna move on to our next card.
Yeah.
It's Land War Elves. We got the Scout, and now we have the Elves. Also recently reprinted in Foundations. Single green, 1/1 taps for a green. It's a good one. I mentioned this before, but I appreciate that for Foundations they reprinted Land War Elves and not the genericized Elvish Mystic.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is specifically Land War Elves with that art too, not this art, not the newer, edgier Land War Elves art.
Maybe they could have gone with Findhorn elves. Those are also from
Oh yeah,
Findhorn elves are the Ice Age ones, aren't they?
yeah.
Yeah.
Findhorn Elfen. Next is an artifact creature. It is Sparring Construct. It's a 1/1 for 1, and when it dies, you put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control.
This was fine as a 23rd card, I believe.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
If
you got this back with your elephant.
if you really needed to get historic triggers for casting artifacts, then this was a cool thing to do with that. Yes, the premium black removal from this set. Can you remember? The premium common black
So
removal.
it costs 3 to black?
Sure does.
Yeah.
No.
You can probably see the art.
I can't actually.
It's a destroy target creature.
It is.
Is the art primarily black in the background?
It's black. No, it's
Oh,
like
okay.
a
No.
silhouette and orange background with like a black. Yeah, you can see it, can't you?
Yeah, I can.
Someone being stabbed clean through.
Yep.
Perhaps they are being eviscerated.
Yes.
Yes, eviscerate. 3 and a black. Destroy target creature. Sorcery. That's
Yeah,
it.
no, I was not picturing that.
Tickle, tickle.
Fear the dark if you must, but don't mistake sunlight for safety. That's a good quote. That's a good one.
Yeah, this is banger flavor text all the way down in this set. Good job, OG Dominaria team.
Ooh, right. I remember being so excited when I saw this was being reprinted in Dominaria at the time. It's Icy Manipulator.
Oh, the
4
fave.
mana artifact for 1 and tap an artifact, creature, or land. Very cool and
Icy
annoying.
Madraft Ruiner.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like,
Oh
turn
man.
4, Icy Manipulator. Oh.
Next. Oh, right. My favorite deck from this format. Spore Swarm. 3 and a green for an instant. Make 3 1/1 Saprolings. Green-black Saproling deck was so fun.
It's the Thallid Bowl.
Yep. So it was this one, Spore Swarm, and then I can't remember the name of it, but it was 1 and a green for 2 Saprolings, but you could kick it for an additional 4
Right.
to make 4 Saprolings total, I think.
Yeah. I remember that coming down on turn 6 and just being like, oh.
Yeah. So there was that, and then there was the 3/3,
one. Was it a 3/1 that left behind a Saproling?
3/2.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a 3/2
Right.
that when it died, it left a Saproling behind in black, and then there was a 3/3 for 4 in black that you could sacrifice a creature to give it +2/+2 until end of turn. If the creature was a Saproling, you also gained 2 life, I think.
That sounds right to me.
There was
It a
times
cool
when
deck.
there was times when you could just be like, I attack with this 3/3 into your massive creature, and they'd be like, well, I can't block that because then you just feed 3 Saprolings into it and my creature dies and your creature doesn't. What am I supposed to do? Early in the format, you could win games by being like, I attack with this, and they're like, all right, well, I don't block that one, and you're like, sack everything to this and then you die.
Yeah, take 12.
Yeah. Saprolings. Also, Slimefoot.
Yes.
Slimefoot, my boy. This was good too. Night of Malice. This is great because this is sort of referencing early Magic sets.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's
one
the-
that has protection from.
yeah. Black Knight.
Yeah. So we have Knight of Malice here, 1 in a black for a 2/2 human knight with first strike. This one has hexproof from white,
As
which
opposed to protection.
yeah, this was a new thing they were playing around with. They haven't done it as much, but in this set they had this, and it gets +1/+0 as long as any player controls a white permanent. And then the other one I think was Knight of Grace. 1 in a white, 2/2 human knight first strike, hexproof from black, +1/+0 as long as any player controls a black permanent. With the art by Siddharth Chaturvedi, that's like it's a panorama.
Oh,
So like you can see the Knight of Grace is on the left side, and when we flip back, they're facing off against the Knight of Malice,
A shadow to swallow the light.
and a light to pierce the shadow. Great flavor text too.
Yeah.
Bangers all the way down.
And then these, as I was saying, these are references to going back to I think even Alpha. Were they just? Was it just White Knight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
White Knight, Black Knight.
Yeah, and I think this is maybe the third time, or maybe this is the second time that there have been sort of these duality knights. But it generally 2/2 for 2, first strike, other text.
Yep.
Very good.
Generally, how these go.
I remember
Tempting.
like very, very early, or when I got involved with Highlander, when we were playing at YJ in like 2010, you would occasionally hear a Highlander player say something like, "I just got an itch in my bones. Got to sleeve up Silver Knight for this Friday."
Right, because that's the one that's pro red, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just like I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be
someone's running burn.
it's gonna be a red or an RDW Highlander Knight this week.
Nice. We got a Plains and a 2/2 Vigilant Knight token, and our rare is also legendary. It is Squee, the Immortal. 1 red for 2/1 legendary goblin. You may cast Squee the Immortal from your graveyard or from exile.
I'm probably gonna take the Icy Manipulator.
Yeah, it's got to be the Icy or the Knight of Malice.
Yeah, the
right?
Knight of Malice is also good, but I just feel like Knight of Malice is like I get just dude. I just think that Icy Manipulator is so rude.
Yeah. Well, Icy is like doesn't put you into any colors. It doesn't like demand an archetype. It
Yeah,
just
it's just
always
good.
does its job.
No matter what I'm running, I'm going to be happy to have an Icy Manipulator.
Yeah, but I submit curving from Knight of Malice into the 2/2 Knight tokens, and then you're certainly going to wheel. Who is the black-white uncommon legend?
Oh,
Danatha?
Not well, there was Danatha.
uncommon or rare?
Uncommon. He was a vampire.
Oh, Aaron?
Aaron.
No,
Aaron.
Was it?
No, Aaron was in-
not Aaron.
Is, was
Eric?
That's Aaron the Relentless. The other Capuchin,
Yeah.
right?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was Danatha's father.
yes, I think
Yeah.
that might be Aaron, but
like,
he's
the
not a
Knight deck was
vampire in
cool.
this one,
The Knight deck was cool. I
Yeah.
liked it.
or a Phyrexian, I guess.
Yeah, that was sweet.
Yeah, it was good. I like the Knight deck. The Knight deck, actually, yeah, right. Knights was a whole archetype in this.
Ariel, right? Aryel.
That
Ariel
sounds possible.
was the rare that you could tap
Yes.
her to make a knight, and
Yeah, and
also
she was
tap
riding a
her
panther.
and a number of knights that you control. Yeah, Ariel, Knight of Windgrace.
Yes.
2 white, black, 4/4 vigilance, 2 and a white, and tap, make a 2/2 knight. Black and tap X untapped knights you control to destroy creature with power X or
Yeah,
less.
so you'd be able to swing and then like tap your Vigilant Knights to blow away something on the attack.
Very cool.
She was a very powerful card. I believe she would usually just immediately be eviscerated.
Yeah.
When she hit the
absolutely.
battlefield.
Yeah.
Removal
Yeah.
magnet.
Oh,
Definitely.
yeah.
But if they didn't have it in hand, because you were also playing another creature-centric deck.
All right, next pack. We're moving further back now to 2012.
Oh.
This is Avacyn Restored.
Oh.
Wheeler's one of Wheeler's faves.
Me too. Myself and Wheeler are like, yeah, Avacyn Restored buddies.
I think I just lost way too many games to the Silver Werewolf that's soul bonded to give something it and something else plus a million.
Yeah, plus
this
4,
thing.
plus 4.
This thing.
Wolfear Silverheart. Yeah, wow. James was quick with that too. Yeah. 3 green, 4/4 soul bond when it's paired, each creature gets +4/+4. So it's an 8/8, and the other creature's also +4/+4. Yeah, it's a messed up rare. This was given to us by Chris at MagicCon Chicago 2024. So thank you, Chris. So it was a recent addition.
Although this set also does have one of my favorite cards in it, so maybe we'll open it.
Oh, okay. If we don't open it, you're going to tell us what that is later. First, Outwit. Ugh. Single blue for an instant. Counter target spell that targets a player.
No.
Never did anything. Never did a single thing.
All right, bad start. Bad start. Hunted Ghoul. Single black for a 1/2 zombie that can't block humans. There was a reason that you wanted this. I assume it was for sacrificing purposes. I don't remember why you wanted Hunted Ghoul, but I know there was a reason. It's an interesting one. Huh. Next, removal. What do you get for removal in this format? Thunderbolt. 1 and a red for an instant. Choose one. It deals 3 damage to target player or 4 damage to target creature with flying.
Whoa.
What an interesting... It's like...
Yeah, this is a very unusual thing.
Dome for 3 or 4 to a flyer. I guess you just sort of hold it
And just see.
and like maybe you have to kill a big bird or
I don't
or
recall,
your opponent, right?
I don't
It's like you
recall
just
how
sort of
many
hold it.
flyers are in this format.
There were angels, right?
Yeah.
Like if you got, I don't know, well, I think all the angels were like X4s as well.
Well, we'll see.
So you could, but I like the idea of you just sort of hold on to it, and it's if they get a flyer, then you can kill it. But if not, then you just take their last 3 life at the end of the game with it.
Yeah, like the
exactly.
theory is sound.
Yeah.
It's never not playable.
All right. I recall one of you having success with this next card, but I might be remembering an episode of Friday Nights. Dreadwaters. 3 and a blue, sorcery. Target player mills X, where X is the number of lands you control. Someone milled some, or tried to at least, in Limited.
Yeah, I remember this art.
Yeah.
So what is this, like Mill 6, maybe? On your best in Limited?
But you could
I mean, this
pick them
was
up because
kind
no
of
one wanted Dreadwaters.
It was kind of a slow format, if I remember.
I mean, obviously, it would have to be at least somewhat playable to be in here. You know what? I'm willing to try it. I'd be willing to try it. All Dreadwaters is like all like slowing stuff down,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
clogging the board, doing nothing.
Yeah, just making like a
05s.
miserable board state.
You can't attack into me, right? Maybe it's a blue red deck.
Yeah, about
Speaking of-
40 minutes into the game, your opponent's just on their phone.
Yeah.
You got like a grip of thunderbolts in your hands.
Speaking of slow, here's what common blue card draw was. You'll probably remember this one too. Amass the components.
Oh,
3 and a blue for a sorcery. Draw 3, then put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library.
oh, goodbye.
I knew I'd find a use for all that newt spittle. It's very good. Very good flavor text. Yeah.
Okay.
Nowadays they'd let you put it in your bin.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Is your mic on, James?
Sorry?
Oh, just I could hear like a spinning noise.
No.
Oh, weird. Ghosts.
Coming through the speaker?
I
or?
thought. Maybe it's just...
I heard
from-
like a
Oh, okay. So it is ghosts.
yeah, but
Great.
it was more metallic than that.
Mecha ghosts.
Cool.
I assumed it's like a bird hopping around on the roof or something.
Well, luckily we have Righteous Blow. That doesn't help with ghosts. Whatever. Anyway, single white mana deals 2 damage to an attacking or blocking creature.
Oh, I remember this card.
Yeah, this was fine because a lot of things in the set were small.
Yep. Yeah, you were always happy to have a righteous blow in your deck. If you were running, you're not like, oh my god, a righteous blow, I'm moving into white.
Yeah, but it's like this effect in
Yeah.
this set, right? Like allows something to trade up. You can 2-for-1 yourself to get rid of something important.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Scroll of Avacyn?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Single mana artifact for 1 and sacrifice it, draw a card. But if you control an angel, you also gain 5 life.
Wait, this is actually not. I mean, it's not
fine.
an egg.
If
Yeah,
you're in angels.
yeah.
Ooh, this is not
What was I
good though.
thinking of?
This is vanilla creatures. Raging Poltergeist. It's 4 and a red for a 6/1.
Oh, dies to that.
That's it.
Yeah. Wow. Okay then. Cool. Wasn't this also the set that it had a lot of the red creatures that dealt damage before, like when a block was declared?
Oh, like Ashmouth Hound.
Yeah.
That was, well, Ashmouth Hound specifically was from Innistrad, but there was one like that.
Yeah, there was like a hunter of some kind.
Yeah.
Was a human.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Wow, I can't imagine why I'd want to. Okay, obviously I don't remember the format, but God, this card seems so bad.
It seems really bad.
Yeah, I think this is for people who are like, hey, I remember when Ball Lightning was good when I was 12.
Yep.
This guy looks like Ball Lightning.
He is. He's a little.
Joint Assault. Single green for an instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn.
Is Fling in this format?
If it's paired, the paired creature also gets +2/+2.
Oh, that's actually really good.
Yes.
Also Raymond Swanlinard.
Yeah. No, joint assault's very cool.
Yeah.
Necrobite. 2 and a black. Target creature gains death touch until end of turn. Regenerated. So you just
I think I recall this being actually like sort of playable.
you could lose creatures to Necrobite
Yeah.
because your opponent's just like, oh, my creature has death touch now, and it's not going to die from this.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like it's 1 for 1, but you know, I feel like this was like fairly playable. Like not like, oh my God, like C+. Right? Am I hallucinating this? Was I just bad at this format?
I mean, a lot of people didn't like this format, so. Vessel of Endless Rest is a curious mana rock. It's 3 mana. When it enters, put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library, and then it just taps for 1 mana of any color. It's
This format does seem like it has mill insurance, doesn't it?
It does.
Rush of Blood. 2 and a red. Instant. Target creature gets +X/+O until end of turn, where X is its power.
I recall this actually being quite a card.
If they don't block your Raging Poltergeist, you can deal 12.
I don't think that was the use case.
No, I don't think so either.
But I recall this was not bad.
Wow, I do not remember this card. Builder's Blessing. 3 and a white for an enchantment. Untapped creatures you control get +O/+2.
Wow, this sucks.
Oh, this is very old school for how bad it is.
Yeah, this is like an alpha card, you know?
Really, really bad. Oh, boy, okay.
Somebody's running this in an all vigilant creature commander deck, though.
Yeah, and they're going to be real mad at us in the comments.
And you know what?
Please
Let us
engage.
know.
Yeah,
Let us know what you're running that makes Builder's Blessing a linchpin of your strategy.
If all your creatures have vigilance and they deal damage equal to their toughness, great.
Big booties.
Yeah.
Thick.
All right, the rare coming in clutch at the end. All-star. Undeniable all-star from this set.
Is it the angel?
Restoration Angel.
Resto Angel!
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
3 and a white, 3/4 angel, flash, flying. When it enters, you may exile a non-angel you control and then return that card to the battlefield.
Coolest card in the set. Best card with Snapcaster Mage from Innistrad.
Dies to Thunderbolt.
We're taking
That's not what it does,
Restoration
though.
Angel.
That's not what it's for.
No, I know.
That
Oh,
card's
man.
still good.
Yeah, I would take that off the site, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. The F&M where they were giving out the promo Resto Angels,
Oh, yeah.
I was there for it, and they ran out of Resto Angels and were just like, hey, we need volunteers to not take the promo Resto Angel. We'll give you a pack. And I volunteered just because there was like, you know, I'm sure I'll get another Resto Angel. I'll get another promo Resto Angel. I'll take one on the chin for the community. No more Resto Angels. Never saw another one again.
Except for now.
Yep.
You and your beloved are now united.
Is it this? Oh,
Yep.
that got really small for some reason. It's that one.
Oh, the
Yes.
vaguely anime
Well,
one.
it costs $120 at Card Kingdom. So
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
there
I
you
mean,
go.
like Resto Angel isn't even. Yeah,
no, Resto is just like a 50-cent rare now.
yeah. But for a while,
For a while.
in
it
the
was-
blue-white flash deck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was high up there.
All right, what's our last pack,
All
Graham?
right. Our last pack for today is given to us even more recently. This was given to us by Dog of Myth at MagicCon Vegas 2024.
Whoa.
And it is a pack of Ravnica City of Guilds.
Hey.
Yeah, because everyone likes Ravnica City of Guilds.
Speaking of playing the hits,
Yeah.
Good choices.
This was, by the way, that pack, apart from Resto Angel, that pack of AVR was
Bad.
uniquely bad.
That was, well, I mean, here's the reason maybe why so many people don't have fond memories of this format. Because that to me seems like a pretty standard pack of AVR.
yeah,
It's I had fun with it.
I
There's
mean, it's not a bad format.
one of my best on camera drafts was, and you can probably still find this on the Loading Ready Run YouTube channel. It was playing on Moto and it's AVR, and I'm playing like there's it's not called Lantern Spirit. It's a rare blue flying spirit that I can't remember what it did. It like wouldn't untap unless you satisfied some sort of condition. Anyway, the point is, it got to game 3 with like a minute and a half left on my clock.
Mm-hmm.
And so I sideboarded in favorable winds, which is like the one in a blue enchantment that makes your flyers more powerful.
right? Yeah,
And it was a very funny game in a minute and a half on the Moto clock. Very stressful, but one of the best
remember
recording.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, also one of my favorite cards that was in Avacyn Restored, Tandem Lookout.
Oh yeah, Tandem Lookout's great. Yeah.
Great card, awesome card.
Oh, pack wrapper.
Ravnica.
So, who was in Ravnica City of Guilds? It
Great
was
question.
Selesnya, Boros,
I can tell you, Demir is one of them.
Demir. There were four in the. There were four in the first
Golgari?
set. Golgari.
Yes, they're very small on the pack right up here at
Right.
the top. Yeah, but I see the Golgari. They're so tiny.
So first up is a card with a mechanic that I know, Cameron, you've had a lot of experience with. Muddle the Mixture.
Hey.
Blue, instant, counter target instant or sorcery spell with Transmute for 1 blue. This was the Demir mechanic. So
I love Transmute. It's such a cool mechanic.
the way it works is you pay the Transmute cost, which in this case is 1 blue, discard the card, and you search your library for a card with the same converted mana cost, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle your library. So to be clear, it's the same converted mana cost as the card with Transmute, not, as I often
Yeah,
Screwed
Transmute
up.
for a 3 CMC card.
it's not the Transmute cost, it's the mana value of the card with Transmute on it.
You get another 2-drop.
Transmute
forget-
costs were always, I'm sorry to
3.
cut you off.
Yeah.
They were always 3, but there was different of like
Yeah,
black or blue or blue
I
and
remember
black.
like Perplex was 1 green or 1 blue black.
yeah.
But yeah, no. I once countered a spell with Muddle. I bet you forgot you could do that with it.
What? Oh, it does have text. Look at that.
Yeah, look at it.
Wild.
But the point being,
Felt so good.
I feel like if this mechanic came back, they would say it's just 3 generic mana all the time.
Either that or like I love that it's actually Transmute than a mana cost, because now it could just be like Transmute, I don't know, pay 10 life. Transmute, sacrifice a creature.
Oh, that's
Transmute.
They could make the Transmute cost whatever they wanted.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
But it should be 3 generic mana or question marks, though, right?
yeah.
Just because, like, this card has blue, black, this card is blue, this card is black, blue, right? Like,
They could definitely bring Transmute back outside of Demir.
yeah,
It could
exactly.
It could be another,
Transmute.
colors.
I mean, transmute is an alchemical word, anyhow.
Actually, James, I don't know if you have a moment to do this. Could you see if they've recently printed Transmute on other on like some random one-off in a Commander set because it made sense for a Universes Beyond thing? Like, it feels like something that would show up in like one of the 40K sets or a Doctor Who
I could see
thing
this
or
in
something.
Assassin's Creed, actually.
Oh, I could see that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull the next card and I'll look while you're talking
All
about
right,
it.
cool. Look, I have to say it this way because it's finally appropriate. But Stinky. It's Stinkweed Imp.
Oh.
Yeah, you knew exactly what it was.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Stinkweed
James
Imp.
brought it up before I said the name of the card. 2 and a black for a 1/2 flyer. Whenever it deals combat damage to a creature, destroy that creature, and it has Dredge 5.
Man, I love this card.
Yeah,
Block something, kills it, and then you dredge it back.
yeah, that's great. And it puts 5 cards in your graveyard when you dredge it. Mm-hmm. It's very good.
Dredge, ruined magic.
Yeah, as a reminder, for those keeping score, dredge is if you would draw a card. So if you have this on Arena, it's just if you cast a spell that draws a card, or if it's the card on the beginning of your turn, Interarena just interrupts you. Sorry, Interarena? Arena interrupts you and goes, you're about to draw a card. Do you want to do that, or do you want to dredge? And dredge, in this case, dredge 5, is instead of drawing the card, you get this card, but you mill 5. So the dredge cost number changes depending on the card, but you mill instead of it, and instead of drawing a card at random from your library, you draw this card from your graveyard. So it's good.
No, all we need in this pack now is a Plagued Ruzalka, and I'll just be happy.
All right. So you asked if they had recently reprinted a card with transmute.
Or just, well, not necessarily reprinted, but have they printed any card with transmute? Have they added it to a new card or whatever?
No, I don't. So there is a card. There were 2 cards printed this year. They are reprints, though, with transmute.
Really?
Yeah. You'll never guess which one of them is.
Wait, didn't they, in Mystery Booster 2 has Dimir Houseguard. I don't know if you're counting Mystery Booster 2. And I only know that because I had it in a deck at Magicon. And it did work. But I don't know.
Oh yeah, it was in the list.
Maybe.
No, it
I
was
guess.
not. Dimir Houseguard. I don't see it being in It was in Ravnica Remastered, which is one of the. So that's what I was going to say. Muddle the Mixture was actually reprinted this year, technically.
Really?
In
cool.
Ravnica Remastered. So there was a couple cards that have transmute, including the Dimir Houseguard.
Oh, maybe it was actually in our Chaos event. Maybe I had a pack of Ravnica Remastered.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was.
That might have been it.
Yeah.
But no new cards I don't see here.
Okay.
Like there's nothing new with transmute that I can see.
That
Fair
just
enough.
means there's real estate that can be developed.
Exactly. All right. Next card from this pack: Spark Mage Apprentice. 1 and a red for a 1/1, and when it enters, it deals 1 damage to a creature or player.
I mean, there are a lot of X ones in this format. I remember, like, Ravnica has always had very small creatures.
Yeah, but just a 1 thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it does one thing. It's a 1/1.
Yeah.
Pagic was amazed and pleased at his newfound powers. His pet cat Riven was slightly less enthusiastic. Ravnica has always been a very silly place.
Ravnica's always had cats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fists of Ironwood.
It's the best plane.
1 and a green for a creature enchantment. When it comes into play, you make 2 saplings, and the creature has trample. It's neat.
Okay. This is kind of like the Knightly Valor style of card.
Yeah. You make the creature better, and you get some tokens.
Saprolings add the 3 and 4 to the 1/2 punch is the flavor text
I like
here.
that one a
That's
lot.
cute.
Yeah, because it makes 2 saprolings. Honestly, I like this.
A card from my first commander deck, which was not a good deck, but I did win some games, usually by gaining a lot of life. Centaur Safeguard, 2 and a Selesnya for a 3/1. Centaur Warrior, when it's when it dies, you may gain 3 life.
Yeah.
I built my first commander deck going on to Gatherer because Scryfall didn't exist, and just looking for any card that was both green and white. And I was like, great, these centaurs. That looks fun. That was it. That was the deck building.
It was a simpler time.
Yep. Sure was.
Yeah. A better time.
Next we
Don't
have
fall to the trap of nostalgia.
Or do. It's great. No, it's not.
Tidewater Minion is next. 3 blue for a 4/4 elemental with Defender. 4 mana, and it loses Defender.
Oh.
And you can tap it to untap target permanent. 4 mana.
I don't think I've seen this card before, like
No.
ever in my life.
No,
Yeah.
me neither.
The art's cool.
The art
Banger
is cool.
art.
Yeah,
Could use a single line of flavor text. I think there's room for it.
there is. I like that. Noted Ravnica fan. You have also never seen this
I
card.
don't think I've ever seen this
No,
card.
me neither. I don't think anyone plays or thinks about this card.
James,
Where
how much is
does
this card worth on Card Kingdom?
I'm going to go with a nickel. Where on Ravnica did they have tides?
Yeah. Well, because, okay, canonically, they literally have paved over all their oceans.
Yeah.
So underwater, I would assume. And this seems to be some sort of like murky seaweed thing. So we're going to say this is actually like some sort of underlake situation.
Probably.
If they've paved their oceans, they've paved their lakes.
Would you like to guess how much you think this card cost at cardkingdom.com/LRR?
I say a nickel.
2 cents.
It is 28 cents.
28.
39 cents for a foil.
Oh,
And they got 3 available, so that's pretty close to a playset.
well, there you go.
There you go.
Figure out how to make that work. I like that I've now managed to clarify the art, and that on the right of the image there's like a foreshortened.
Oh, that's a foreshortened hand.
Yeah.
kelp hand
It's
doing
like,
the
he's going like,
yeah.
Oh, we found our thumbnail.
yeah. Except this is not how we do the thumbnails anymore. But yeah, he's going like this. I'm going to say that this person lives in the Pato Underlake and is annoyed that his Calcio practice has been interrupted.
Goblin Fire Fiend is next. 3 and a red for a 1/1 Goblin Berserker with haste and a Molotov cocktail. Defending player blocks Goblin Fire Fiend if able, and fire breathing. So for a red mana, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn.
So you can fireball a
It's a
creature.
4-drop.
You can fireball your creature's your opponent's worst creature
Yeah.
with a 4 mana or like a 3 mana surcharge.
I feel like this
This is
card
awful.
should not cost more than 2 mana.
This shot should
Yeah.
cost 1 mana.
I kind of think it should. Like, you force the block, but then it just dies.
Yeah.
Like, it seems
Yeah,
really
why does this have haste? You want to have all that mana available when you're doing the fire breathing. You don't want to spend 4 mana for this. This is wretched. Wow. Never seen this card either.
Oh, here you go, Cameron. Perplex. 1 blue-black for an instant. Counter target spell unless its controller discards their hand
Guess what? The only situation in which you are casting this spell.
when they have no cards in
Yeah,
hand.
they're just like, cool, bet.
Oh, right, because they can just do that. They
Yeah.
can just go, well, cool, I discard my no cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So this one's getting transmuted a lot, I assume.
I mean,
it has
but
transmuted for
occasionally
1 blue-black.
you could really get somebody with it.
Yeah, but at that point they were just like, okay, I don't cast my 2/3,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean, I want to live the dream, but no.
Boy, we've been hitting some real stinkers in this one. It's an absolute all-timer.
Is it Zephyr Spirit?
It is Zephyr Spirit.
Yes! This is one of the worst cards in Magic.
5
Incredible.
5 and a blue. 6 mana for a 0/6 spirit. And when it blocks, you return it to its owner's hand.
This has been who Thomas Giarello, who I just need to
Who
look
did the art for
Because actually,
Tidewater
like,
Minion?
the
art's very cool.
The art's very good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this,
The art goes much, much harder than the card does.
Yeah,
Look at
yeah.
it- look at it
Thomas
up close.
Giarello, I'm so sorry that you've had to do like honestly sick art for 2 just awful crap blue cards. Like Zephyr Spirit is definitely like it is legitimately considered to be be the worst Magic card or one
It's
of the.
one of the
It's like
things
one
in
of the
Magic.
top 5 for worst Magic cards of all time. It's come up at least twice when we were doing punt counter punt.
could you imagine playing Zephyr Spirit and your opponent slams down that shit goblin and like time walks you? And it's like, ha, it only took me 4 mana in this terrible goblin to get rid of your 6 mana flyer. It doesn't even fly.
No, it's just a 0/6 that goes away if it ever does anything.
It doesn't even fly. God, I knew it didn't fly, and then I look at it and I go, "Why don't you fly? You don't even fly. You're just like a wall with agoraphobia."
Oh my god. All right. Hey,
I love Ravnica.
much better than the clue stones we were encountering last episode. We've got signets in this set.
Oh, the signets.
So we've got the Boros signet.
Nice.
2 mana, 1 and tap, and you get red and white. And we immediately follow that up with the Selesnya signet. 1 mana and tap, and you get green or white.
Just absolutely iconic Magic cards.
They give you some great flavor text that explain the guilds. It's just mwah, A+.
Good stuff. We are into the uncommons now. Man, more transmute. Demir Machinations.
This is a Demir heavy pack.
Yeah, 2 and a black for a sorcery. Look at the top 3 cards of a player's library. Remove any number of those cards from the game, then put the rest back in any order.
Oh, so just... do you get this? Is this after somebody just starts mucking around with the top?
I guess.
Oh, but they can top in response.
No, you only use this for its transmutability.
Yeah, I was going to say, or you can transmute for 1 black.
Okay. I'd rather play the cards that I have.
Yeah, fair.
I would rather play the cards that I could have.
Following,
That's the difference between blue and black.
Yes.
Following the...
Ambition versus potential.
Both lose to red.
Yes. Sorry.
Following the Avacyn Restored packs, Vessel of Endless Rest as a weird mana rock for 3 mana, we have the Spectral Searchlight, which is tap, choose a player. That player adds 1 mana of any color they choose to their mana pool.
I choose myself.
Yeah, I also choose myself.
Interesting, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess relevant potentially in...
Commander.
It enters untapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a weird one. Oh, hey, Frenzied Goblin. This is a much better 1/1 Goblin. It's a single red mana. Whenever it attacks, you can pay a red, and if you do, target creature can't block this turn. I think this is also in Foundations.
Is it?
Yeah, I want to say that this has been reprinted a couple of times.
I swear saw this
is a
show
good
up
Goblin
recently.
card, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Target creature can't block this turn. That's great.
Yeah, so... Oh,
That
it is
is.
in Foundations.
Look at that. Goblin Berserker. And our rare, you are never going to guess what this is. It also has transmute.
Oh, the most
What?
Demir pack.
It's the last line of the text. Okay, before you show the card, James, it's called Grozoth. Are you familiar with the name of that card? Do you have any thought of what this could be?
Feel like I should be.
Okay. It is, again, before we see it, 6 blue, blue, blue.
This is going to be a 2/4.
So it's a 9 mana spell for a 9/9 Leviathan
Okay.
with Defender.
Yes.
Yes. It is.
When it comes into play, you may search your library for any number of cards that have converted mana cost 9. Reveal them and put them into your hand. If you do, shuffle your library. We can see it now, but wait, there's more. For 4 mana, it loses Defender until end of turn, or you can just transmute it for 1 blue, blue.
I mean, I kind of like the flavor of it transmuting for everything.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's kind of interesting. It's kind of useless.
How many other 9-drops did you have in this
Hopefully
format?
none.
What a weird and horrifying creature.
You can go and get all of your other Grozoths that wield.
That's true. It's not legendary.
You're supposed to cast the 1 Grozoth and go get the other 3 and then transmute those Grozoths for cards that actually do stuff.
Yeah.
But then by the time you have 1, are you supposed to cheat it into play? Yo, Grozoth might suck. I've never seen this card before.
No.
Look at this.
I mean, like, I feel like I should know what a Grozoth is.
Kathleen, would you like to take a stab at how many 9 drops there are in this format.
Is there one?
No, there's more than one.
Are there 9?
There are not 9. That would be absurd.
Is there one for each guild?
No.
Because there's no way there's a Boros.
Okay,
one.
so there's like
There,
3.
oh, Blazing Archon. Blazing Archon.
Wait a minute. Blazing Archon is 6 white, white, white. Is this
A cycle.
Is this a
of-
cycle?
Okay.
And
So
this
there
is
5?
This is the blue one because Blazing Archon kind of rules.
No, this does not appear to be a cycle. At least not one that was finished in this set.
Blazing Archon is a 5/6 flyer for 6 white, white, white that says creatures can't attack you.
There was one more, and it is the Nullstone Gargoyle.
What?
Whenever 4/5 flying for 9 generic mana, whenever the first non-creature spell each turn is played, counter that spell.
Actually, I could see this in an artifact commander deck, honestly.
Yeah.
So like what? I feel like Grozoth.
So there's 3.
I feel like they put words on Grozoth with the intent of like, we'll just put words here and
How much is
people will figure it
Grozoth
out.
worth on
Like-
Card Kingdom?
Like I don't think anyone had an idea of like what this was for. They were
No.
just
Right,
like, we're
yeah.
gonna put words on here and the players will figure out a way to make this busted. And
Yeah.
it's like, no, actually nobody has.
Everybody looked at that and went, eh.
Grozoth out of stock at cardkingdom.com.
Oh, well.
right
Oh,
now.
well.
So
Okay,
clearly,
we've got-
that's a lie. You could go get a foil one for $4.
Well, if you want a non-foil Grozoth, you're going to pay whatever we ask for it.
I don't know, $3, I guess.
Yeah, and you're just like, okay, I pay 4 mana to attack with my Grozoth, and your opponent's like, cool, I block with Stinkweed Imp. I get Stinkweed Imp back.
If not Stinkweed Imp, I'm probably just gonna take one of the signets
Yeah.
for my first pick here.
Honestly, the Boros Signet is kind of...
Yeah.
Kind of
Probably
spicy.
take that one. If you want to get yourself any of these cards or a foil Grozoth, you could head over to cardkingdom.com/LRR and tell them we sent you. I mean, maybe don't tell them we sent you for Grozoth because they might be like, what are our content partners doing?
Yeah. They're giving people bad advice.
Yeah. But you can do that. And you can also support us and this show directly at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun or becoming a member of the channel. And I also want to shout out to Dragon Shield and you can give them your business too for LRRMTG 5 is the code to get 5% discount on purchases on their store. This was fun. This was a lot of fun.
This was so
Enjoyable.
much fun.
Yeah. Next week we'll probably have something to talk about. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
knows?
assuming somehow the community will have exploded again.
Yeah. Good.
Or
Or
Hasbro will be
alternately,
blown
why
up.
don't we just maybe spend the time talking about our favorite magic microfiction? I mean, like, we don't have to wallow in misery.
Yes. All right.
But views.
But the views.
We can just make
Yeah,
a
we got-
deceitful thumbnail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Incredible controversy. And it's like spoilers inside Cozy Vibes.
Yes.
Until then, I have been Graham, joined by Kathleen
What are ethics?
and Cameron. James has been on tech. Heather gets these online. Thank you all so much for listening and watching. And we'll talk to you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.